What's up, everybody? It was a bit of a disappointing night tonight as we got full access to the tournament realm yesterday and logged on and got all our gear set up and tried running some keys last night. As I mentioned, didn't do a great job, but it was fun to be in that environment. Tonight they announced the key affixes and which dungeons and which affixes are going to be in the or on the realm for time trials. And one of our members just didn't show today. He didn't respond to my text message in the morning. He didn't respond to one of our teammates' text messages until late in the evening, basically saying he wasn't going to be online. And as a result, we have lost a full night of practice for the tournament realm keys that we very sorely needed, because starting this afternoon, we only have between this afternoon at 1 p.m. and Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time to post official times for the keys. Do I have aspirations to win? I don't think that we have it in us, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think we have the experience. Do I want to try as hard as we can to do as best as we can? Set personal records? Absolutely. I'd love for us to be just on the leaderboard for even one dungeon. Post one time in the top 20, and I'd be just really proud of us. And it would prove that we can do it. We can prove that we're one of the 20 best teams in the country, at least the ones that registered. And I think that that would just be a massive achievement. Like, I don't even know how I would process it, to be honest. A lot of this experience, even in this moment right now, I'm not particularly angry. And so maybe the quarantine is a bit making just this all feel rather surreal and not like real life, because I think given that there's a single person to blame who might get in the way of me achieving my goal, that's a good reason to be emotional in some way. But right now I don't really feel emotional. I just, if anything else, or if nothing else, I just feel disappointed. Because it may just be that I made a misstep and a mischoice in having a guy who has very real life responsibilities right now, who, given the opportunity to select himself out and say that he couldn't prioritize it, chose to say that he could be available and he could prioritize it and make it a priority in his life, is now demonstrating in a time when we need him to make it a priority. And it's not because he has a choice. I think the things he has going on in his personal life are pretty negative right now, and they're not things that he can decide to just wish away. It's just really unfortunate that it seems like the real life stuff he's dealing with are going to be in direct conflict with us competing. And that creates a challenge with looking forward. If for the next cup, like, what if we did qualify, and then for the MDI cup it comes up, our time slot comes up to compete, and we can't because he has an emergency. And emergencies can't be accounted for, but when someone's situation is that precarious, I really do think it's on them to back out. Granted, this is only one night. He's had a great track record for the past 3 or 4 weeks. So I think this is an anomaly. It's just an unfortunate anomaly where it's at a time when we can't really afford to have those anomalies. So tonight we just ran keys on live, on retail, just to have something to do and have fun. We actually had a great time hanging out, running keys on live, so that was awesome. Had a good night, had good practice, had people on their characters they'd be playing on the tournament realm, so it was still good practice. But they're not plus 19s and they're not the affixes we need to run, so it's not necessarily the type of practice we need, but we flexed the muscle anyway to try and keep our heads in the game and still feel like we're tracking towards that goal. But the other guys were disappointed as well. They were excited last night for the dungeons and for being on the tournament realm and trying our best to do, to compete and be competitive, and just not having the opportunity to do it really just feels like it has the chance to take the wind right out of our sails. I feel like right now I still feel motivated. If Teddy's online tomorrow and makes the time and everything is back to the way it was, then I think we'll be good. I think that if he doesn't show again tomorrow, it's going to be really disappointing, and I'm going to have to reevaluate pretty quickly and severely how the team is going to be, what the next step is for the team. So, yeah, for the team and for me. I think that's the two things as well, is that I decided to be part of this team and be captain of a team and to push for being on the MDI that way. And now it just feels like, you know, there's an element of this that's out of my control. I can't force it into my control, but there's a lot on my mind. I'll just say that much. And on that note, it's pretty late, so I'm going to call it a night. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to everyone tomorrow.